Hello, and welcome to another installment of Kricket's Garage. You know, because it worked so well last time, I thought I'd do it again. What's going on, everybody? It's your second favorite Plata person. So today on Kricket's Garage, we are going to replace the rear sets. I got a new set in today. It's all black, and everything looks nice and shiny. I had to put it together off camera because they came disassembled, but that's not why we're here today to assemble them. We're here to install them. And then also I got new frame sliders since they did get messed up in the crash, although with the left side here you can see it's bent. I'm going to have to cut that off, and I have a Dremel here with a cutting wheel. Hopefully that does the trick. I'm gonna have to cut it off and see if it's the plastic part that's bent or if it's actually the stud, the bolt that holds it in there. So we'll definitely get to the other side, but I might have to do that one off camera and struggle with it and be upset about it and pout about it. But anyway, we're gonna get started on the left side with the gear shift lever and the rear peg on this side. So I have a couple different wrenches, some Allen keys, I have Torx bits and hex sockets, a couple different screwdrivers, and some pliers, because I believe that there is a cotter pin somewhere that I need to remove. So I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's not true. I know what I'm doing, but I've never done it before on this bike. So let's get started. Where is my wrench though? Oh, okay. My ratchet. I had everything set up for you guys except this ratchet here. So first thing I want to do is take off this little tie rod thing right here. And then next, looks like we're going to need a Torx for right there. And we will be reusing these bolts here. And that's the old one removed. See, it snapped off right here for you. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the new one here, and we're basically going to install it in the same holes, although this one has two different positions on it. So it looks like the bottom hole would be the same hole as that one, so that's where I'll start with it. And then once I get back on the bike and able to ride it, I can fine-tune it and adjust it to how I like it, because these are more adjustable than the stock ones, which is nice. You can move the pegs forward and backward, and you can adjust where it attaches here for the shift lever, and you can move this forward and backward. It's a little bit nicer. And make sure you torque these down to about 750 foot-pounds. That should about do it. If you need more than 750 foot-pounds, you're doing too much. Alright, that side's done. Let's move on to the next side. Alright, so you can see for this one we have a little bit more going on. We have the brake fluid reservoir that we have to remove, and then we master cylinder here with the brake switch. So let's take this off first. Okay, and next we'll take off the brake fluid reservoir here. So now we're going to remove these, and then I believe that there's a cotter pin on the back right here that we'll have to remove. So we'll grab the wrench again, or the ratchet, and some pliers to get that cotter pin. Let's take a look here. Yep. Little cotter boy. And whenever you remove a cotter pin, it's always a good idea to replace it. So I do have new cotter pins to replace this with. Oh wow. Interesting. So, oh, no, here it comes. Okay. I was gonna say you can't get this out without removing the whole pedal from the bracket here, but just depends on how you're holding it. So there's that one. So actually, the way this hooks up to the master cylinder is a little bit different. So I'll have to remove this nut and get this off of there, because this will screw onto it sort of like the tie rod on the other side. Interesting. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is that on the original one, it has this little hook right here for the spring, and then it goes down to the pedal like that, so that it has a spring return. On the aftermarket one, it has this screw here to hook the spring around, but it doesn't have a bracket here or anything to hook the other side on. So, now what? Alright, that side is done. And like I said, once I get back on the bike, I can fine-tune the adjustability of it. But it looks pretty good. So now for this guy. So these things I'm replacing with the exact same product. These were already the Shogun Motorsports frame sliders, so it should be exactly the same hardware. Okay, so we got both rear sets on. We got one of the frame sliders on. Like I said, I'm gonna have to cut this one off, so I'm gonna do that off camera. And then once I get that cut up, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so after a considerable length of time trying to use this Dremel with a cutting wheel, this is as far as I've gotten. It looks like the cutting wheel is not a large enough diameter to even cut through the slider. So I'm going to have to rethink my approach and probably do that another day with a different tool. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. If you liked watching me fiddle around with the bike, adding new parts, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of that or anything else on this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one.